Hey folks, this is Matt, aka Slash, or Raggedy Boy, depending on your point of view. Welcome back to the attack of the B team on the LiveMC server. Whoa! Looking through my legs. Looking through Raggedy Boy's legs. I accidentally killed him in one shot recently, because of my crazy plus 23 damage sword that I've got going on now. And I didn't realize, but apparently the morph mod works with other players too, so now I can be him. Which, that's kind of cool. But anyway, I've been doing quite a bit off-camera stuff that I wasn't sure whether it was going to be worth showing or not, so I erred in the side of not showing it. Possibly a mistake, we'll see. You'll let me know. If it seems like too much has happened between episodes, please tell me, and I will try to slow the pace down. And whoa, there we go. My game locked up there for a second. That was weird. But anyway, I've reduced the chest here to a single chest because I hooked up an item duct, which is from thermal expansion. This is actually an impulse item duct, which means nothing more than I crafted a bunch of item ducts and melted a bunch of glowstone and threw the two together in a fluid transposer, and it makes faster item ducts. And I've got a tesseract under here that is receiving energy from the energy network for the grinder, and then transmitting both the fluid, which is the mob essence from the grinder, which it was doing before, but also items. So it will send any items that come into it into a receiver elsewhere in the network. Let's see, everything else there is the same. I have an auto anvil here, which is drinking up liquid XP from the tanks here. And if I put things in, if I put items in here and enchanted books in here, it'll automatically combine them and stick the output in here. That's the way I have it configured. Over here, I have an auto enchantment table. I'm not sure if it requires the bookshelves or not. I had a vanilla enchantment table here originally, so I just left the bookshelves in place. But that will take items from this chest and enchant them with 30 levels when it has enough XP and dump them in this chest. And I'm just doing books right now, because why not? Let's see, you caught a glimpse of it up there. I've got a beacon going on, giving me speed 2, which makes it a lot easier to get around the base. I have unfortunately abandoned for the time being my attempt to use oxygen sealers around the center here. Instead, I've put an oxygen bubble distributor, which is what this sort of hazy outline is all about. I put that there just so that I could AFK here without having to worry about running out of air. Yeah, it's not ideal. And I have a couple of these made, and at one point I was trying to sort of layer them so that I could just have bubbles of air that you crossed from one to the other. But when they overlap, you get a lot of these lines intersecting with each other, and it just makes the whole atmosphere of the room too busy. I'm not even a fan of having this one, but it's functionally necessary for what I'm doing. So I'll have to live with it for now, and I have it here so that it covers the entrance portal in case anybody comes up here and they don't have oxygen gear. They can at least see it in person, if not leave this border. Let's see, over here I've got an aqueous accumulator going into an igneous extruder, accepting lava from the top to make obsidian, because it's a lot easier to make the obsidian via one of these guys than to obsidianize a pool of lava and then mine it up block by block. I found this thing from Mine Factory Reloaded. It's a lava fabricator. All it does is just use energy. For every 16,000 RF, it generates, I think, a bucket of lava. And then you can have it output down below into a portable tank. So I've got that going. And these are all resonant portable tanks, because I have a whole bunch of enderium that I've been using, which is, if I just go resonant here. Any second. There we go. You can see, for example, let's go to the resonant energy cell. That's just a redstone energy cell with these enderium ingots around it. And enderium comes from enderium blend, and pyrotheum dust, and an induction smelter. An Enderium blend is 3 tin and 1 shiny, plus a bucket of melted down ender pearls. Gives you some dust that you can use. And since I've got endless ender pearls thanks to the spawner, and I picked up on a tip from Pungents that if you induction smelt redstone ore, or is it pulverized? No, I think if you pulverize redstone ore, you get a chance of getting cinnabar. And then if you induction smelt ferrous ore with cinnabar, you get 100% chance of getting shiny metal out of it. So it's really easy to get the shiny metal that you need for the Enderium ingots doing it that way. What else do I have going on? This is just the magma crucible for melting stuff down. I have it run directly into the fluid transposer, and then the result outputs to the chest. I've got the oxygen compressors here to fill up my oxygen tanks. I've got Raggedy Boy's head. I need to put it on a pike, I think, for that to be appropriate. I've got a Tesseract here providing power from up top, because I don't feel like running the pipes down through. What else do I got going on? Okay, this guy receives items, outputs through this item duct into this chest, where it is then ejected into the request system, so that I can get access to it from here. So that works out well. Let's see, you've seen the AK before. I've killed a bunch of withers. I have 8 wither stars, or nether stars right now, and 3 extra yellow hearts that I don't have any red hearts to convert at the moment. So right now I'm just rocking 8 yellow heart canisters, and eventually I will get 2 more red hearts to get 10 of those. And then I'll need 10 more red hearts after that to get the full 30 hearts that is possible to get in this mod pack. I don't know what I'm going to do with the extra heart. It can be eaten to restore 20 hearts. I'll probably just keep it on me just in case I'm in dire straits. I moved these guys down here. They were up in the energy tower, I guess you could call it. This is now set just to receive fluid, so it gets mob essence from the system. Dumps it into here, and then this one sends it back out. So this is just an overflow of 64 buckets of mob essence that, as it generates, it can drop into here. Which brings me to the more exciting development. I built this big block. I could have made it look a little bit better, but in this mod pack, I'm not interested in aesthetics so much as I am functionality. Although this looks very cool. Yes, it does. But anyway, what I've got over here is a witch spawner. So I think I had talked about last time, and I can't get in the door because I'm flying. There we go. I think I had talked about last time using one of the nether stars to make a porta spawner, which I did successfully. Built this room, shoved a witch spawner from underneath one of those witch circles down in the world. Shove that in here in the middle of the room. And so this spawns for witches for free when I'm in the vicinity. And I've got a grinder here. The grinder goes out to the back. I'll show you here in a second. Let's see. I'm going to have to turn into a bat. And then see if I can manage to fly out this door without getting caught by that. Nope. Nope. Okay. This is a problem. For some reason, even though I'm a bat, it still picks up on me from this height. So I actually have to break this when I get out of here and then put it back. No big deal. But anyway, we'll turn that back on, and there the witches spawn, and they are ruthless. When I was setting this up, they would spawn, and they would have hit me from, like, I'd be all the way back here, and if the door was open, they would throw a potion right through that door frame and hit me, and I would be poisoned and angry, and it was not a pleasant experience. But with the door shut, they don't target me at all. But there is the back end of the grinder. You can see a chest there, drops into a tesseract that's directly under it. So the fluid, the mob essence that's generated by the grinder, goes straight down into the tesseract, and then the items that the witches drop go into the chest first, and then I have a servo in the item duct, pulls the items out and sticks them into the tesseract, where they are received by this guy to drop down into the request system. So that works out really nicely. My beacon base here, you may notice, is made of strange-looking blocks, not your typical iron blocks or whatever that you might be used to from vanilla. These are made of blocks of solid ender, which I chose because they're free. I can spawn endermen, melt down their ender pearls in these Tinker's Construct smeltery, and then just pour them out into the casting basins to make blocks of solid ender. And they count for beacon bases. So this whole thing is constructed of those, and I think I have almost 2 more stacks of that block in case I need another beacon elsewhere. Let me think about it. Is there anything else I wanted to update you on? Let's see, over here. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've shown this yet. A couple of things over here. One, I figured out a way to automate the smelting process somewhat. These faucets accept redstone signals. So I made a bunch of red alloy wire and wrapped it all the way around. And then I made a timer here, which is set to 13 seconds. And currently it's off. If I flip that switch, it will turn the timer on. And the reason it's 13 seconds is that it takes 13 seconds to pour out a full clear glass block into here, the full contents of the smelted glass, into here, and have it solidify and drop out. And the reason it drops out is because there are hoppers underneath each of these. And I currently have them. I originally had them just outputting to chests here in front of the basins. But now I have them actually chain all the way around. It starts here, feeds this way, wraps underneath this block, grabs these guys, wraps underneath this block, feeds these guys, comes into this chest. So they all collect back into here. And then this has a servo in it that is active, doesn't blacklist anything, so it just pulls everything in this chest out, shoves it into the Tesseract, which sends items back over there. It's very handy being able to generate as much Enderium as you want, because you can do quite a bit with it. Let's see, 10, 68, I'll just leave that there. But I think that's the last, and I put a button next to it in case I wanted to trigger a cycle manually. If I have 81 ingots, or 9 blocks worth of something in here, then I could just hit the button and get 9 blocks of that metal in these basins automatically and don't have to run all the way around the smeltery anymore, which is super, super nice. But yeah, I think that covers everything that I wanted to discuss. Now, you may have noticed, while I was wandering around, I opened this up. We got the rocket launch pad and the tier 1 rocket in here. We are going to finally get ourselves off to the moon. Been meaning to do this for a little while now, but just have not taken the time to do so. But we're going to do it today. No big fanfare this time, no audience. We're just going to go ahead and do it. Let me set this stuff down here. This is the only thing left at this base, is this fuel loader, because it has quite a bit of fuel left in it still. So we're going to continue to use that as long as it's got fuel, because I'm not sure how to get the fuel out of it. Let's see. Not enough power. That's fine. I have a bunch of these knapsacks now that I have renamed in anvils, so that I know what I am keeping in there. This is for caving. I keep my ores in here, like cobble and smoothstone and stuff in here. And then whatever else doesn't fit goes in here. But I have a bag for power. And I have a hardened energy cell right there. So I can just plop that down. And that should feed directly in. Oh no, I gotta put it behind it. That's fine. Got my tool bag there on slot number 2, because I'm pulling it out very frequently. There we go. Alright, is it loading? It says stop loading. Let's get in here. Inventory fuel. Okay, it's filling up. Very good. Let's turn back into me. I think I accidentally turned into Raggedy Boy. Yes, I did. Let's turn into me. Check on that fuel. Once that is full, we are going to launch to the moon. And I've got my bag of portal stuff, so I don't need to worry about being able to reload this rocket once we get there. Alright. enough gabbing. Let's do it. Oh, it's a shaking. Oh, man. This is so cool. I love the fact that this is a mod in Minecraft. Because I love Kerbal Space Program, and this is a very Minecrafty version of space travel. With the big blocky rocket and everything. But still a ton of fun. And away we go. Can't see a darned thing anymore. And already we can see the... I was gonna say curvature of the planet, but it doesn't have curves, does it? We are 700-ish blocks up. Oh, that's weird. That's a weird effect. You see that at the bottom of the screen? Oh, it's not doing it anymore. At the bottom of the screen there, it was like certain blocks were rendering at that angle, but not at that angle, which is very strange. Whoa, now we're in the engine wash. That's our destination right there. Go for a cool, iconic shot. What is it? Why is... The map was doing some craziness. But alright, let's go to the moon. Pink. Now, others have been to the moon, so I'm not sure what the result here is going to be. At some point, it should tell me to slow down. Is it gonna load? Oh! Oh, okay. That did not end well. It's telling me my oxygen setup is invalid. Okay, let's get out of this mode. Okay, we gotta move fast here. We gotta find our oxygen stuff. I don't have spare oxygen stuff. What happened? Okay, I think I saw something. Oh dear. We're gonna die, aren't we? Let's eat so that we can try regenning here. What happened was the game never gave us the opportunity. Oh, there's a tank. Okay. It's not the component that we need, though. We need this stuff. Well, not that. Where is it? It's all like flopping all over the place. Oh, we're gonna die. As long as we can find the stuff, it's okay, though. I just can't find it. All my oxygen stuff fell off. And that's because we died. But I had a white stone on me, which prevented my death. But for some reason, the white stone, when it is triggered... Yeah, here's some... Give me that. Is that... Do I have it? Okay. That's that. You got that. I need an oxygen mask yet, though. Where is an oxygen mask? For some reason, the white stone is triggered. You, drop all of your Galacticraft stuff, and I don't know why. Oh, did we get the... Okay, that's the frequency module. Come on! 2.5 hearts. Where is it? Where is the... It's such a tiny... It's a tiny thing. Oh, man, this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna die. Oh, no, there it is. I see it. I see it. Can we get it? Can we get it in time? Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. Ah. Now we're breathing easy. Alright, I lost the parachute, but I'm not too concerned about the parachute. Huh. Very, very strange. I don't know what happened there. Some sort of server lag, I'm guessing. But the game never prompted me to slow down. I did hold the space button down to slow down in anticipation of the message, or, you know, expecting to see that pop up. And then when it didn't, I was like, okay, I better hold shift anyway. Look at this stuff bouncing all over the place. But that did not work. And so our lander pod, which we saw briefly, crashed into the lunar surface. And killed us. Now, like I said, I had a white stone in my inventory, which I got from a chest. And that... Oh, there's our parachute. That saved us. That gave us a new lease on life, but all of our oxygen equipment popped off. The stuff here, everything else stays the same. Like the knapsack is fine and all this stuff stays on. But for some reason, the white stone doesn't handle the Galacticraft stuff. So that stuff all popped off as if we had died. Like legit died. And I unfortunately died on the moon. So I needed to get that back on real quick. But we're good now. We're good. I've got a whole bunch of stuff here that is kind of worthless that I'm running around collecting still for no good reason whatsoever. But let's go ahead. Let's put this away. Let's get the old pick out. What do we got here? We got some tin. Okay. And there's some tin. Okay. I've got plenty of tin. I'm not concerned about tin. Let's go ahead and switch ourselves over to Batman. And we'll do a little exploration. I think I was starting to say before we exploded that I have... there we go. I am aware that others have come to the moon. And I was wondering if we would touch down anywhere near where they went, but I guess each person gets their own spawn point on the moon, which is good. Because that way we are secure here. Now, we got a cave over here. Is there anything interesting in the cave? We got some tin and some copper. Oh, that looks cool. No mobs. It's daylight still, so that's good. I was hoping to see something a little bit more interesting right off the bat, but we may have to fly around a little bit. Oh, I see. Our arrival coordinates are based on our takeoff coordinates. This dot over here is actually our base, and that's where we crashed onto the lunar surface. So we would have launched from right about here, 276 minus 230. I bet you those were the coordinates of the rocket when I launched it. But I'm not too concerned about that. That crater can stay there and do whatever the heck it wants to do. I'm going to fly around a bit and see if I can't find a dungeon or something. And I'll catch up with you when I do. How's that sound? For some reason, we have bluebells growing on the moon. I'm guessing this is a terrain generation bug. But look at this, what we have over here. A fallen meteor. Oh, it catches us on fire. It is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Let's see if we can mine it here. Oh, up it goes. And we get raw meteoric iron. What can we do with that? We can craft it immediately into throwable meteor chunks, which sounds hilarious. I'm just going to chuck a meteor at you. And we can cook it into meteoric iron ingots, which we can then use as part of sensor glasses, which is not from this mod. We can make compressed meteoric iron, which seems like that's probably the next big thing. Let's wait for that to pop up again. Click on that. Aha! That gets us boosters. That gets us a sensor lens. Oh no, the sensor glasses are from this mod pack. You can make a sensor lens, and you can make an airlock controller with those, which that might come in handy for our oxygenation issues. Very, very cool. Let's see, what do we got over here? This looks like a cave again. I don't think I've been in this one. Hello? Hello? I apologize, I know it's dark. I'll see if I can brighten it. Yeah, actually there's nothing in here. If there was something useful in there, I would have brightened it up in post for you, but there's nothing worth seeing. I'm gonna head for... let's see. I'm going to head for 0-0 and see if I can find any signs of anybody else having been to the moon over in that vicinity, or see if maybe there's more likely that there's something interesting over there. But actually, we are running pretty close to time. So, well, let me see if I can find anything first before I call an end to the episode. Aha! Bingo! We have a moon village. Looking very cool. They got a whole bunch of trees growing. We got a well that actually has water in it, apparently. Yep, and doesn't seem to go anywhere. Tin decoration blocks. This is what I have my, space base made out of, is this stuff. Oh, what do we got in here? Whoa! Hello, gentlemen. Alien villagers. Can't seem to trade with them. Well, you know we gotta kill at least one. So we need to be able to morph into him. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. We got torches that have burnt out because there's no... And they're like floating next to the wall. But there's no oxygen on the moon. You can't place a torch on the moon, you goofballs. Let's see, what else we got going on? Yeah, these are just part of standard village generation. More guys. There's no, like, blacksmith or anything, is there? So that'd be kind of neat. Let's turn back into a bat. Come on. Trigger the... Oh. Bat, I said. I'm wondering why I can't fly. It's because I'm a raggedy boy, not a bat. Here we go. Nothing in here. Huh. I did not intentionally make the villager noise just then, but that's what ended up coming out. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot to a moon village. I do like the sunroof. Would look better with Tinker's clear glass, guys. Come on, consider your options. If you're gonna build a dome, use the clearest glass possible for the top. That's just a rule. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode, actually. I'm going to do a bunch of exploring off-camera. And hopefully next episode we will come to you from a moon dungeon. So thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you then.